A little bit about myself. I was born in New York City. I was born 2.5 miles north of Ground Zero. I was not born into a good home. My mother was an alcoholic. My father was a very nice man, a good man, but he was a bit passive and occasionally weak. And when you're born into an alcoholic home, you basically learn to raise yourself. In an alcoholic home, your environment is deeply disruptive, deeply unpredictable. You live with a sense of hypervigilance. Hypervigilance is a word that, or a phrase that talks about always wondering when the next shoe is going to drop. And so off I go on this journey in a very dysfunctional home, alcoholic parent, and dyslexia, at a time in which dyslexia is just perceived as dumb. So let's just say I didn't draw some good cards at this point in the story. Now, since I like to eat, I had to figure out what to do. And as a young person, now that I look back at it, I had two passions. And my two passions were politics and the entertainment industry. So off I go. And I come out here to LA in search of a new life, in search of a new chance, in search of a new possibility. And boy, was I scared. And boy, was I confused. But boy, was I determined. And so through a friend of a friend of a friend, I meet a person who is working at a PR firm. And I am a curious, motivated, scared, skinny kid. And I asked the person, the publicist, what he does all day. I didn't know what publicity was. And so I said, well, what does a publicist do? And he said, well, we bullshit on the phone all day. And I think to myself, I can do that. I can do that. Being dyslexic didn't require much reading. I can do that, and off I go. I start a PR firm. Here's a couple little challenges in the beginning. I don't know what PR is. I don't know how to do it. I don't have any instructors. But I can't recall if I mentioned that I was motivated, as if my life depended on it. Well, when your life depends on stuff, there, as I said earlier, becomes a fierce urgency. A fierce urgency. If in the beginning of starting a PR firm, I was willing to work very, 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 I think that was 4 varies. Very, 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 very hard and long. And if I was willing to work for free, the world would open up a whole bunch of possibilities. My new city got to be a very interesting place, and you didn't have to work for free too long. The PR firm begins, and it grows to one of the 3 largest and most prominent PR firms in the entertainment industry. I'm representing unbelievable names of celebrities I couldn't imagine. I've represented 58 Academy Award winners, 34 Grammy Award winners, 43 New York Times bestsellers. I've given non-paid media counsel to 3 U.S. presidents, both political parties. I've represented the biggest names in the world: Michael Jackson, Charlton Heston, Demi Moore, Michael Fox, Sandra Bullock, David Bowie, Prince, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, John Voight, Fleetwood Mac. I've had a very unusual life. I've had more success than I could have imagined. I'm writing my last chapter, and I would like to take that which I learned through tireless effort, pain, frustration, fear, confusion, audacity. I'd like to share it with a group of people who want to excel.